Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of our Luthor Harkon Let's Play. Now originally I had intended to kind of show you some gameplay mechanisms and stuff before we get into this, but unfortunately while I was sitting in the Vampire Coast upgrading my units to the next tier, the next sea shanty just sort of came to me. You'll notice I added a couple of Rotting Prometheans, 2 Banshees for flanking units, and a couple Depth Guard to my unit in the meantime. I also made sure to replace my Vampire Captain with a Gunnery Wight to help boost the gun power of my cannons and my frontline guys. Now the next unit guys will be facing right here are a Empire-based faction with some Chaos Warriors thrown in for good measure, because one of the fun things about these pirate armies is the restrictions are taken off and you just get all sorts of crazy mixes and matches on there. Still have my Queen Bess though. Love that giant mortar. So in fact we have a double mortar situation. And this is another quest battle, so the first thing we're going to do is try and get our cannons into a location that we can get line of sight. Yet again, thinking about it as the old musket type of warfare. Now with our Banshee units here, these are going to be ethereal units I can use for high attack. Put my Depth Guard in the center. They're a type of axe infantry, low number but high hitting. Not particularly tanky though, which is why we still have some of our giant crab units, Rotting Prometheans, except now we went ahead and added 2 gunners to the top of them, because while they're sitting there holding the line, you might as well shoot some folks while you're at it. Okay, let's finish getting these guys up on the edges, because we want to have them towards the sides in case to prevent planting. So, we also picked up 2 of the new advanced zombie gunnery units with the pocket cannons, I guess would be a quick way of saying it. They're very short range, very high damage. Now, I will admit, after I tried these guys out, you'll see in this particular match that that particular version of the gunnery mob just feels sort of useless. As the game has gone on, you'll kind of notice a sort of pattern forming as far as what units I keep kind of defaulting back to. And frankly, some of the units in the Vampire Coast roster are about as useful as poopy-flavored lollipops, as they used to say in the movie Dodgeball. Depth Guard, which you're going to see here in a moment, do just fine, and I'm sure they probably have their uses, but I find Banshees or Rotting Prometheans to have a bit more punch to them. Likewise, the zombie units with the heavy hand cannons just don't do as much as regular cannons. They're too slow, the range is too short, so yet again it's sort of what's the point of them. Galloping Ghosts. In they go. Ooh, got a Frost Dragon right there, so let's get some guns pointed on him and put on some powder. Take that Frost Worm out of the air. Send our Depth Guard against the Skin Wolves. It'll be melee on melee. Goodness, just look at that health drop. Already retreating in the first opening salvos. That's how much damage these zombie gunners can put down with a little bit of upgrading. And I didn't invest into the red line basically at all with Luthor Harkon. I didn't do any kind of buffing. We do have some reinforcing army showing up here with a couple bloated corpses and a couple dex droppers with my second vampire count army. But I don't even think she'll get any play here. Boom! Really satisfying to see that go off. Now, you'll notice I have some gunners over on the left there trying to do a bit of flanking shooting, trying to go into their unguarded sides. We do keep some Depth Guards back just in case with their halberds, in case someone gets through our front line, but it doesn't look like it's going to be necessary, as even in this short amount of time, just making short work of the enemy army. So, you see me zooming in right here because I kind of want to see what's going on. Now you'll see our reinforcing army is coming over from the right, but by the time they're going to get here, it looks like everybody's basically being mopped up. So we'll just right-click on that and let them do their thing.
We will kill.
This is one of our mystical sea shanty objective battles. Now, if you've played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you'll know a sea shanty is basically little bitty people sing on a ship. It's just a fancy word for song. They kind of like a certain cadence to them. I guess that makes them a shanty. They're inherently nautical. Shanties were really a thing, though. I mean, you know, back in the Napoleonic era and slightly before, you know, sailors have a lot of time at sea. They have to have something to entertain themselves with. Shoot her! Bring her down! Oh no, too late. Luckily we have some guys I left behind there to handle just this situation. We're about face on our gunners, though, and just finish that dragon off. Man, never even saw what took her down. About facing the guns. Get our Banshees in the rest of the way and finish this up. Now, you'll notice my Banshees probably shouldn't have been left in for the fight there. But same thing with my other frontline units, the Rogan Prometheans, just not holding that line the way I want them to. Probably should have put some basic zombies up there, some meat shields instead of something quite so important. They really needed to have more support for me right there. I sort of just let it go to see what they could do. But in the meantime, my cannons are doing the heavy lifting with my gunners as well. Got my gunners in position behind their line, and just now it's a matter of time and cleaning up after myself. Oof, that guy got around my flank. Gotta watch out for him. Alright, cannons. Point blank. Let's do it. Come on, come on. Gunnery White, get over there. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. If they reach my line, I'm gonna be in trouble. Oof. Before they could even get to me to attack, they're completely broken. And that is the power of all zombies firing guns at once. Alright, come on, we don't want to go too far behind our line here. Let's throw this out. Yeah, zombies are a matter of just keeping all your guns pointed in the same direction and something to keep everybody else's attention. I wonder how they're going to do in multiplayer, because as they are so slow, they're very prone to getting flanked, to say the least. This is pictures taken moments before a tragedy. Like, I'm not sure what those guns are going to do other than die in like 2 seconds. They're just hanging out over there. Let's think about these skirmisher units in this game. I mean, they may run away, but once they're out of ammo, or once you get all your ranged onto them, that's going to do about it. One of the great benefits of turning off skirmish mode is you can then kind of plank your guys on both sides, and, well, let's just say they have to choose a direction. So that's something I've started doing a little bit better with my micro as I was playing this match. You put one pistol on one side, one pistol on the other, and it doesn't matter which way they charge, they're always going to be getting shot in the back when they attack, which is super nice. Now, I've seen some really advanced formations online that involve a lot of gunners and triangle formations and wedges and all that. But for vampire counts, it really, there's no finesse to it at all, in my opinion. It's much more about just more powder. In this case, I'm going to see if I can take down that enemy lord before he can get away. See if we can put enough gunfire on him. Come on. I'm about to let this guy get out of here. That's the one thing, is that these vampire captains will just keep coming back if you don't kill them. And this guy was attacking my city, which I did not take kindly to. Come on. Bring him down. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. Oh, come on. No. Do not get away. Do not get away. Really don't want to have to chase this guy around a map for forever. Every spell. Every gun. Oh, come on. No. 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 Oh. Oh, rat bastard. But regardless, we have a decisive victory. Now, as this is just one of our sea shanties, I think we have to collect 4 in total. As you increase in your infamy as a pirate lord, the guys actually seem to seek you out instead of you having to hunt them down across the map, which is an interesting choice from CA. But as you move up the ranks, the newer, more powerful guys appears, and that will be a sea shanty into our pocket. So we can go ahead and share the loot amongst our men, and mission successful. We have a sea shanty, and each one offers an additional spell and a little bit of boosting. And there we go. Oh, apparently destroyed it all anyway. Didn't have to count him down. Well, that was nice. And that is part 3 of our Luthor Harkon playthrough. Like I said, I intended to show you some internal infrastructure stuff, show you how he's building up and building his boat, but they brought the fight to me, so I didn't really get a chance to do that. But join us next time when we go after our next sea shanty and take to the waves and show what a vampirate can do. Thanks for watching.